So today we're gonna speak with the singer of a Danish band called Eyes. And so Victor, can you introduce yourself and also the band?
Yeah, my name is Victor Kaas. I am the singer in a Danish hardcore. Some would call it post-hardcore. Some would call it trash. Band called Eyes. We're a five-piece from Copenhagen, and we like to get silly and play dumb, stupid riffs.
Okay, okay. So your new album is called Spinner. It is your first album, I think, but it is the first, the third album. Sorry, the
Third album
third
now.
album, and this is the first on Prosthetic Records. So,
Exactly.
so what does it change for you to be singing on this label?
So what we're hoping for, at least, is to get a more international reach.
Yeah.
We beforehand we were signed to a Danish independent label called Scandinavian. Big shout out to the guys as well. Great label, and we've really enjoyed working with them. But there's a limit to the reach that they have outside of Denmark. So we wanted to go international, and we're actually still working with the guy who runs Scandinavian. He's doing our Scandinavian PR. Yeah, we have big respect for him, and we also really like Prosthetic Records. They're like the side that releases hardcore and like sludge music. Is like, I think it fits our style a lot. Pupil Slicer, Meth. There are some of my favorite bands, and I can just see our sound alongside them a lot.
Okay, great, great. And about your new album, what makes it different from the first two LP? It was Congratulations and Underperformer. What is different? The sound, the production, the way you compose the songs?
Pretty much everything you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So for we our approach was very different this time around. So
Yeah.
it might be standard for a lot of bands to sit around in a studio and write everything, but we haven't done that before. We've been like a practice space kind of band where we just sat down and pummeled out riff after riff and pieced songs together, writing on a whiteboard and everything like that. But this time around, we wrote everything in our studio on the computer and recorded everything. So before we even recorded the album, we had all songs in demo form. And I don't know. I think we took more risks than our usual sound. I think we trusted each other to, as I said, like we have this thing where we write sometimes really stupid riffs, and we're like in doubt: is this too stupid? Is this too dumb? We put on record, and then we know, okay, we're gonna stick with it, because then sometimes just the dumbest riffs can be super hard when it all comes together with a band.
Okay, I think it's I'm not gonna do the review on this video, but I think it's a amazing album. But it made me think about bands like, I don't know, Dillinger's Cat Plan, Every Time I Die, even Face No More in more brutal, but very amazing.
Thank you.
I read that you were highly inspired by the manga of Asano Inio to write the lyrics. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. So like the whole universe around the album, it's a bit of a concept album, actually.
Yeah.
Where it's I kind of I personified my own feelings and my own thoughts and versions of myself from the past into different characters. I was very inspired by a manga called Dead Demons, Destruction, wherein there is this fictional manga inside the manga, where it mirrors the main character's thoughts and feelings. And I don't know, that just really inspired me, and also like the other Asano Inyo manga I'm mentioning, it's called Goodnight Punpun, which is just a story of a boy with a fucked up childhood, and while I was reading that, I sensed a bit of that in myself, and also people I know, and it was just a way to write about myself without being explicit.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, we also have two guest vocals on your new album. That is to say, Jess Matthewson from Ken Mod, and also Selma Banner from Faire Nature and Tour. Can you tell us a word about these two featurings, and especially about Selma? We know less in France, here in France.
Yeah. Also, so of course, it's like for Jesse, like we're big Ken Mod fans, and so they were playing in Copenhagen at the venue I'm working at, and we were just talking, and he had featured us on Jesse does this playlist on his Spotify, and he featured us on that before, and we're like, hey man, so how would you like to feature on a song? And he was just super down for it. And then when he had to record it, he got a weight in his face just a day before. So I think he broke his nose or something. So we had to postpone it a bit, but it all came together in the end, and I did such a great job. He did 2 takes for it, and it was just like, okay, you're good. It was very intense. For Selma, Feral Nature is a band from Oslo, Norway, and and it's it's just we met them at a festival over there. Also, we know some of the people from the band from a venue where we played together with them before they had Selma in the band, and we just stayed in contact, and then when Selma joined and started releasing stuff, we thought their music was great, and it's like this kind of converge worship band, and it's not very common to do that kind of chaotic hardcore in Norway, at least, and in Scandinavia as an entirety. So we just we played with them at this festival in Norway, and she did a guest spot at one of our songs from Congratulations, and we're like, hey, why don't you also do that stuff on the new record, because that was fucking sick. And now they're also playing at our release party in Copenhagen on May 3rd, so it's gonna be cool.
Okay, fine, very good. I'd like to ask you a more difficult question this time. What do you think about the success of bands as Knock Loose, which are very violent, as you? I mean, the society is the society more violent than before? And I mean, now people can listen easily to both pop music, metal, hardcore, and have fun for both. So what do you think about that?
I think it's great for the scene. Like bands like Knock Loose coming out, and it's funny because Knock Loose is kind of approachable while still being very hard. And I personally love their stuff, and I think it's just good for the scene. And I also think it's good that a band like that, you know, that comes from a hardcore background but doesn't necessarily play traditional hardcore, because I think a lot of the times, not a lot of the times, but there's this resurgence of gatekeeping in the scene. And I think they kind of challenge the notion of like real true hardcore, and I've always hated that. It's like, who fucking cares? So yeah, I think it's good, and I like violent shows. Just take care of each other.
Yeah, in that the hardcore music, take care. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I got another one more or less difficult. I don't know, but a topical one, and also let's see that. What do you think about the influence of artificial intelligence on the music creativity or production? I like to ask it these days.
Yeah, I think it kind of sucks, honestly, but
Yeah.
I think as of right now, I think it's also still so early days, but the way that people use AI a lot of the times is they're trying to replace something instead of using it as a tool. And I think it has maybe not with music. I don't know. It might have its place as a tool in music production at some point. But I think people use it as, for example, in writing, as a quick shortcut. And you know, it can. I think it can. It can hamper creativity in a sense when it comes to an artistic expression. I think it's good for menial tasks. You know, if you're writing, if you're writing a ton of job applications, and then maybe you need to specialize them for each job you're applying for. It's great. It's great, but I think it has its own flavor of gray blandness, and it's not, it's important to keep a human voice in art. I think.
Yeah, for sure. We have enough time. I would like to know about the first track on your record. Which is very strange. So can you explain me what is it?
Yeah, so it's
OP1.
it's the opening theme for the fictional anime episode that is the album. So there's this thing on the internet where and I think it's just in like Japanese English, where you shorten the opening theme of a show to OP, and if it's the first theme of something, you just call it OP1. You can see it on YouTube, for example. If you search for One Piece OP1, you're going to see the first opening for One Piece, for example. So this is the first opening for The Wonderful World of Spinner, and it's just a fake anime theme song. And then at the end of a lot of old anime themes, you're gonna hear like a sponsor message, and so it's like a sponsor message, and it's sponsored by Prosthetic Records, which is true. And then so that's all there is to it.
Okay. Oh, just last question. You perform also on Telos and LLNN. I don't know how to say that, but you have two other bands, no?
Yeah, so I just have LLNN. So Telos, we broke up last year. But I play in LLNN as well.
Yeah, which is more sludge band, sludge or black. Yeah,
it's more sludge and more it's more serious, I would say.
okay.
Yeah, our guitarist Rasmus, he also plays bass in LLNN. And yeah, it's science fiction inspired, very extremely heavy sludge music with a lot of synth and soundscapes on top.
Okay, fine. So it's okay for me. So listeners of Metal Ops TV, if you want to hear music like crazy hardcore, has Dillinger, Converge, Kevin, etc. So go listen to the new album of Eyes from Denmark. See you, Victor. Take
See
care.
ya. Cheers. Go listen to the album, motherfuckers.
And see you on stage. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye bye.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye.